Lock and load.
Yeah, Jova, a question.
Yes, Dio?
Remember Penny?
Oh, yes, that girl named after currency.
Exactly why she's not appearing in court for this case?
Oh,
because honestly, I guess because now we already busted pretty much who's the criminal. But honestly, my first one I thought she was the killer.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What exactly made you think Penny was the killer?
She looked like a fucking yandere.
I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present this relative evidence.
The classic innocent girl that has a psychopath attitude.
Your opening statements.
The girl who goes psychotic from being ignored.
You make a good point in general, not just in the murder sense, because she, given the information that she's given us, I'd say she's sort of a key witness.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, she's not a witness for the particular murder.
No, I know she's not a witness to the crime, but she has quite a lot of important
Who is this Penny person I hear you speak of?
Yeah, that's a very good question.
Sorry, Your Honor, we kind of went off track
there. So let's get back to the trial.
Very well.
Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today.
Get it?
Yeah,
Edgeworth.
Oh, the edge.
You'd be right, Phoenix.
You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls Miss Vasquez to the stand. Miss Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day.
The movie suck!
Thank
Who
you,
said that?
Peanut Gallery.
Can you smoke in court?
No, I'm pretty sure you can't.
Apparently in the future of 2016.
Witness, it's a name and occupation.
But we are in 2016.
Oh, crud.
And these days you can't smoke anywhere.
Oh, but remember, sure, this is October 2016. We're currently in January.
Is everyone able to smoke in court or something?
Apparently.
On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2.
That's the problem.
Maybe they'll start taking court outside so everyone can have a cigarette.
That's the problem with some of these games that take place in distant futures. I mean, when they specify an exact date and that date eventually comes, and the future turns out to be nothing like that.
Ironically, Back to the Future.
Adding axes
Ironically, Back to the Future 2 got a fair amount of
Pontificate.
Okay, now let's get to actually reading.
Yes.
Or Edgeworth. Not even the final day gets some respect.
Miss Vasquez.
This case is a complete mess for you.
Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay.
For what? For what? Ending the Silver Samurai show, or doing it, the murder? If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. It's a figure of speech, you perverts in the peanut gallery!
I've never heard that figure of speech.
Really? That's a common thing. Well,
in America, maybe.
Yeah.
In America.
Okay, so you're in testimony time.
I entered the trailer a little before noon.
Did you know?
Any specific time? Oh, wait, sorry, more testimony.
The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. In other words, she was too lazy to walk, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, you have to be...
Sorry?
No, go ahead, sorry.
At 2:30, we took a 15-minute rehearsal break in the meeting. Oh, 15-minute break, sorry, that. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. It's probably my plate that pisses off Pedro.
No. Don't worry. I'll get to that when we get to that.
Okay.
Yes.
We found Hammer's body later.
Well, then again, now that
Jova
gave me that brief law detail stuff, that kind of moots my point. My only problem, of course, is that you kind of need to be a lawyer to know that shit.
I have a question about
or at
what
least
part
do
of your
research.
testimony.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
then.
you could bring up that they didn't
You
explain
were
that.
fatigued,
come
so
to it.
you had Sal take you?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, you have to be that desperate in order to make everything.
The
you know,
van.
in order to eat and get transferred by someone like Salmonella.
And
Ooh.
by van, I mean a horse cart that I made him pull.
Yeah.
Why am I not
There's a-
surprised?
There's a van at Studio 1.
2.
2.
I had him take me in that.
Objection! I believe you were supposed to say Studio 2.
Noted, Your Honor.
Noted.
I finally got to say it.
I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over.
So how did you manage to get there? If the head was obstructing the path and no one was able to walk, how do you do it with the van?
I made
van-
him pick
the
me
van
up and
drove
carry
through.
me over the monkey head.
They'll
The van
explain.
drove through the...
It's a van, not a fucking jeep.
They'll explain that later to you.
I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Right.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
I know.
Down.
But you know, the real battle will come when I have to get around to cross-examining every character in the Matrix.
The last battle, and so goes the legend of Arsak, the
Hold
last
it!
hero.
By yourself,
Yes.
and you didn't stop at the employee area?
No.
Well, she's giving direct answers at least.
Are you always this terse?
Terse?
No.
Don't you mean tense?
No, terse.
I think it means like
Yes.
direct or succinct, I'm guessing.
Oh, okay.
It basically means abrupt. Oh dear.
Well, Phoenix, that's a step up compared to Mr. White in the previous case, honestly.
Yeah.
Hold it! Did no one leave during the meeting?
No one.
My mafia guys
Not.
escorted someone else.
Come on, let's talk a bit more about that.
No.
Yeah, how about those mafia guys you're supposed to be affiliated to?
Objection!
Oh, sorry, we're not supposed to talk about that.
The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony.
But he wasn't interrupting anything.
Oh yeah, that was a bit.
The same could be said for you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh,
Ooh. Edgeworth, here's some burn heal.
And please stop. And please stop
Okay.
banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears.
Thank you.
Well, ouch. Try telling that to every single
Good.
attorney in the series.
Good. Are you siding with the villain?
Yes.
Dwibs, it's an entire series where every attorney at some point bangs something. You're kind of out of luck.
Bang your chest or something.
Be careful
Well,
what you
this
wish
wouldn't be
for.
the first
honestly,
time we've
the only prosecutor or attorney who doesn't bang his desk in these is probably Winston Payne.
Actually, Gavin Clavier doesn't bang his desk, he bangs the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Yeah.
Well, in any case, this wouldn't be the first time that one of us has sided with a villain or sort of villain.
They're so charismatic at times,
But that
aren't
comes in a
they?
later game.
Anywho, I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth.
Give him a break, Phoenix. He's not really in shape for this case.
Hold it! And what were you doing during that time?
Don't hit your desk. It irritates me.
Yeah, what she said.
Yeah, Mr. Wright! Oops.
Or okay, I haven't paid that much attention here, but honestly, considering everything, I think this is the case. That this case is mostly the reason of all the stuff that will happen to Edgeworth.
Objection!
It was a 15-minute break.
Ha! As I thought. You
Hold on.
claim you ate a T-bone steak.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yep. But I say you did not.
Okay, Phoenix, present your evidence of that.
What's this now, Mr. Wright?
Here it comes. Look at this.
All right.
Wait for it.
Okay.
It's a plate.
Wait for
A very
it.
dirty one at that.
This plate was on the table in the employee room. As you can
Okay.
see, a large bone has been left behind.
Okay.
Mr. Wright.
Oh, that's a bone?
Need
I
I
thought-
remind
I
you,
couldn't-
it was a T-bone steak.
If you're going to say culinary items, say them correctly.
Exactly my point. Remember, if
Sorry, I
you
thought
will.
the markings on the plate were of the results of the test. The resolution here is kind of crap.
Yeah. Here it comes.
Okay, the eight's outside.
They
Yeah,
said they ate outside.
there were no bones left on the plates. The
Can
plates
they-
were
Okay,
bare.
okay, Phoenix,
take it
present
away.
your evidence that the plates were bare around that time. Exactly. I mean, so basically, the defense attorney says that the plates were bare, and everybody just believes it. There's no actual. He doesn't actually present any
Someone
evidence.
could
of
have
what he's
just
saying.
moved the. Could have just picked up the bones and put them in
Yeah,
the
maybe
bin
a
and all
dog
that.
passed
Like,
by.
Okay. Now that Jova educated me on that little thing that will have him explain to the audience in a moment. But the first time I played for this game, that was my fault when I got to this part. Phoenix, present your evidence that the plates are bare. Your word alone should not be enough. At
Yeah.
least, go ahead, Jova.
I don't know
Explain.
if I don't know if it's the case outside of America, but over here we sort of have a commonly known law of etiquette, basically called affirmative defense. In the case of affirmative defense, whether or not you are representing yourself or a lawyer is defending you, if a lawyer presents a counter theory, to which case they are indicting someone else on the stand, therefore it is up to the prosecution to disprove every single bit of evidence. In this case, Phoenix is presenting the empty plate, which actually does have some evidence backing it up. Now, granted, what they should have done was either explain the law or tell them, hey, we took a photo, which is what they usually do in later games. Admittedly, though, this is technically legit on Phoenix's part. However, I don't know if it's common outside of America, or at least commonly known defense practice outside of America, so yeah, when it comes to localizations outside of America, yeah, whoever did that should have definitely made the law more apparent. Anywho, you killed it with your own hands! And that's it!
Also, I'll have another question, but it will be later on for another plot point.
Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous?
A little.
Objection! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? I think this is the third time I've said that during this entire case.
Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it.
Yes, I did. I've seen your cat that you stroke.
Ha-
Fascinating cat.
And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest.
You've
Gee,
been
you only
here
tried
before.
to kill him yesterday.
Bitch.
Very well. Let us have a battle of wits. You and I.
Can you have
Cue the
something like
puzzle.
that in
Cue the
Word?
puzzle battle theme.
Any day, Vasquez.
Good luck, Nick.
You never know, Maya. This could be used to maybe save the very country of England.
Let's see. What was that little weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear.
Smug as ever.
Yep.
Yes. Let's get ready.
I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature.
Now, if we maybe take into the case of adrenaline,
How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? Well, wasn't it hollow? Or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, there was nothing in it, was there?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon, but not for the reasons that everyone thinks.
Need 20 strength and
Pretty much
15 dexterity.
anyone would.
Huh. You see?
Yes. However, That has no bearing on this case.
I also see through your bullshit.
Uh-huh.
Meaning?
The samurai spear was not the murder weapon.
Dun dun dun.
What? I can't remember what her breakdown animation is, but I imagine it's either her cigarette exploding or it's slowly disintegrating.
You're
before
close,
her head
Hero.
explodes.
Lying next to the victim's body. It almost always means that's the one murder weapon.
Ahem. I have proof,
We
Your
found a
Honor.
banana near the body. That's the murder weapon.
I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. And this was something that actually was showed. Take that!
Wrong, Mr. Wright.
But I haven't said anything yet.
Did you submit? I know you well enough by now to know when you're going to present them.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Unless
What?
he actually presents the evidence itself, you shouldn't really be able to penalize him for something he hasn't actually presented. He has to present the evidence before you can penalize him.
Luckily, the judge saved us from that, go figure. Right, okay, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. Yeah, I sort of fought
course.
ahead. Even though I'm pretty sure that photo should work as well, but might as well do it this way.
It's nice of them to
Take
still
that!
give you chances this late-ish into the game.
I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon.
Wrong.
Not so
Edgeworth, pay attention.
Not so fast! Good practice for that special character in investigations. Remember that this spear broke during the run-through, but someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape.
Duct tape. Ooh.
Now, tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who was wearing a fit costume with this through the chest? I mean, yeah, flimsy staff.
Order! Order!
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
Mr. Edgeworth, do not bang your
This is
desk.
not crazy
Think
tax
about
yet.
what you're...
Silence!
Ugh.
Okay.
I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard.
Boy, Simon Blackwell would like her.
Silence!
Edgeworth has met his match.
Poor Edgeworth. Like,
Vasquez is after his job. Are you quite sane?
Well,
Let's use
Ezra. Well, Vasquez, wait till
Insert Turnabout Big Top Joke issued by J. Pedro.
If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was.
your cigar stick.
sharpen up, but good trial.
How was Hammer killed?
She's smoking the guy's bones or something.
Jesus!
Oh gosh, that's
Well, Mr. Wright,
horrid.
can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer?
Well,
Okay.
Dwibs.
Would I make
well,
a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright.
Well,
Well-
Dwibs, what you said. Well, there's one thing Kojima taught us is
Take
that
that!
cigars and cigarettes have amazing powers.
Yes, they can speed up time.
But
And in later
what is
games,
this?
they will take away your health.
Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs! Bang, bang, bang. Order! Order!
He's banging his desk now.
If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended!
Oh no, please.
Mr. Wright! What is all this about?
It's about family.
This photograph is from 5 years ago.
We're family.
There was an unfortunate accident in Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside.
Well, now it is.
It was a close-kept secret at the studios. Yeah, I have a knack for getting out even the deepest of secrets, don't I? What does this have to do with the current case?
Everything!
Are you not paying attention?
Mr. Edgeworth, Actually, Shirai, I think he secretly knows that little by little his case is going to be blown out of the water. You still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago?
Yes.
Has happened again!
Okay, then what the hell happened when Cody saw?
What? Oh, that.
Oh, that's another thing to hold on.
That's
Okay.
a different thing.
Mr. Wright, continue!
It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Jovahexeon meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though, whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. Well, I think I'll figure out later.
Although you could just look at her and say it was on purpose.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer,
Was a murderer.
he died in the same way that he caused another man to die? What poetic sounding justice. 5 years ago?
Yes.
Precisely.
Karma, bitch!
Precisely.
Ironic, isn't it?
It doesn't have the same ring to it. Very creative, Mr. Wright.
The trick up her sleeve.
I could use a man like you on my script writing staff.
I know! Phoenix will be perfect for pointing out any plot holes or contradictions.
So
Yeah,
probably
And,
better
I mean,
to
hey,
ask her
I
instead
know
of
she's a
the
complete
writer.
bitch, but if he was on her team, he'd probably get paid.
Well, yeah, he
Come to
points out
think of it, come to think of it,
He point out the plot holes, but then call some of his own.
come to think of it, if Phoenix worked for her, he might have unknowingly been able to help her form the perfect alibi with no contradictions whatsoever.
Let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not?
Alright.
Someone tracked the body.
Good luck with that, in the span of time.
Oh, I got it. He managed to walk to Studio 1, but he died before he could tell anybody what happened.
And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less.
Yeah, he somehow walked over and changed costumes before dying.
Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1? And returned to the trailer, all in a space of a 15-minute break?
With a witness, Mr. Hackins?
Maybe you're from Themyscira.
How could I have disposed of the body?
The furnace.
I guess it's a bit too small to fit in.
The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death?
No,
Then
Tia.
carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume?
She cut the body into chunks using her mafia bodies and threw it in.
Lives, are you feeling very macabre today?
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands?
In the van?
With her mafia bodies.
Come on,
For
Libs, the
instance-
Mafia buddies
No,
aren't really
Lives, we're
gonna be
not allowed
brought
to
up.
mention those. That plot point is completely out of the way now.
Yeah, we're just to assume that the Mafia buddies are arrested, put away for life. And there was a way for you to carry that body.
In the van?
Very good, Shirai.
Sorry?
Oh,
Right.
interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried
I was expecting the text box to
Take
move a
that!
bit quicker than that, so I didn't say it.
Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it!
Ah!
Gotcha. Recall your
Grumble,
testimony.
grumble, 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 grumble. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1.
Yes, that part.
I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me.
You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume.
Which could be done in 15 minutes.
Objection!
Ah!
Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Salmonella that drove the van.
So?
Are you suggesting that Mr. Manoa was a conspirator?
No!
Of course Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. Otherwise, this wouldn't make any freaking sense. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume.
Yeah, of course a fat nerd has more strength than a woman.
There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator.
Well, they used the incinerator for something.
Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue?
No!
Never.
Da-da-da.
No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright.
What? You don't think a guy
Now
with
I've got to
his
call a
hairdo
hit
looks
out on you.
smart? Ow. Ouch.
I lose, you win. It was fun.
Yeah, who knew that court session could be so much fun?
Murdering is
You're
fun.
much better at bullshitting your way out of things than I am.
I win?
Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot.
Dot. Okay.
Everybody's speechless.
So, what happens
So,
next?
does anyone want to read or something?
Yes, we go off on our lunch break.
I'm
Don't!
not giving you the satisfaction of a breakdown.
Don't question mark me! Don't you have anything to say?
No, not really.
Something's really fishy about all this.
What would you like me to say?
I don't know, a rant, rave, something about how it was the perfect plan?
Hold me in your hands, draw me like one of your French girls.
I lost? Something like that? You know.
I just said
Let's
that.
see.
Yeah, actually, yeah, she just...
Wow, you've taken all the fun out of
Wait,
this.
so you mean Di Vasquez? So it was you? You killed Jack
thanks,
Hammer!
Dot, dot, dot.
Dot,
Dot, dot,
dot, dot,
dot, dot, dot.
dot, dot, dot.
Come on, can I get any back up
What
here?
the fuck is going on?
This has been quite surreal, hasn't it?
Yes.
You can say.
Oh, wait till the next part. It gets even more surreal. Wait, huh?
Let's see.
Are you sure I did?
Why wouldn't he?
Mr. Wright? We just engaged in a battle of wits.
It was messy.
And the result of that battle? You proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer.
Well, hey, I'll give her this. At least she doesn't try to bullshit her way out of victories like FIFA did. Right. Oh, thank you. Ding!
That was a text message.
And it is
Perfectly
only
timed.
a possibility.
True.
Proof is another thing altogether.
She has a point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, he proved that it was possible. He didn't actually prove that.
You
Decisive
lack
proof.
decisive proof, Mr. Wright.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep.
It's funny she says that in
What?
It's funny she says that in a country at this point in time where everyone is guilty.
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
And that's before any evidence is there.
At this point, for Edgeworth, anything is acceptable.
Yeah, he'll take anything he can get.
It's as the witness says.
Sure.
Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof.
Edgeworth doesn't know whether to take her side or not.
No, well, basically what happens, Shiro, is that at this point, even he knows that she did it. Even to him, it's obvious.
Well,
and considering his policy of letting criminals go, well, basically it's this. Either he goes against his policy of letting criminals go, or he goes against his policy of never letting a defendant go.
if you've no more questions, I'll be leaving.
Ark, what do I do now?
If I get sent down, can I take my cat with me?
No.
Sure, you can.
Yay!
Hold on.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
I love this slide. I was hoping I'd come up with a question while pounding on my desk. I didn't.
You have my sympathies.
Thank you, Your Honor. Damn.
This cold case is the best.
Damn. To come so far, only to fail.
Failure.
As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez.
Objection!
Turn your phone off in court.
That too.
Except for me, because I need that to talk.
I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor.
So what?
I didn't.
Brilliant.
What is this case?
Edgeworth, you gave us false hope.
Objection!
Playing.
Okay,
Your
now
Honor!
maybe it is.
I request that the witness testify again.
You are the prosecutor, are you not?
Yes.
Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness.
I'm a prosecutor with standards, which is rare in this series. I just want to hear your testimony again.
Yes.
He just wants to stall for time to think of a bloody question.
Yeah.
Phoenix, work with me here.
Yeah.
Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor?
I wonder if the owner's suddenly starting to realize that at this point his life is starting to get a bit more crazier than it used to be.
You know, after today's cold case, I don't blame her for smoking so much. I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
And yet we still made us right at the end.
I know how much you all hate backtracking.
You cost me so much backtracking, Vasquez!
I too see this point to making Miss Vasquez repeat herself.
What exactly did you want her to testify about?
Well, yes,
Edgeworth,
He
come
is
on.
stalling.
Indeed, verily, I say, Ego.
Ergo, accordingly.
I want to hear about what happened
As a
after they
matter of
found the
fact.
body.
After they found the body?
How's that for thinking outside the box?
Very well.
Excuse me, I'm just drinking virtual pints out of my iPhone. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
So, virtual alcohol is a thing.
Yes.
Yeah, there are apps that do that, but I have real alcohol in the form of a sorbet, which is very nice.
Why did Edgeworth?
Who knows?
I mean, he has been bombarded by insanity for all these cases. Maybe he just gone mad.
Actually,
I'm
I
not
actually got,
drinking it now, though.
He
I
probably
actually got-
realized he did it too.
Sorry, Dwibs?
I've actually got one here.
Oh.
A virtual pint.
But
Well,
Not Turnymire.
wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict?
I remember those apps. They were always like the first ones everyone would download when they'd get an iPhone or something for the first time.
After all that.
There's the beer one and a popcorn one.
Edgeworth, are you undergoing what we consider
Character
character
development?
development? Well, I guess we'll see in the next part where we wrap up.
Shame
this
about
tournament.
Apollo, huh?
Don't worry, Shiroi. He'll get it. In fact, he does get it. Just takes a while.
Outside of his own game, apparently.